All right, good afternoon YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. And today I wanted to just give you guys a short video just talking about my Aquaterra Adriana Spa or hot tub. So here it is right behind me, and I've been doing a couple of videos because they've been super popular. If you haven't checked out my video on what to expect when buying a hot tub from a big box store such as Costco, where I bought mine, definitely check that out. I'll give you some insight on what to expect because these are big, heavy items. It's not like ordering, you know, some batteries or a new cell phone from Amazon or eBay. I mean, they're huge, and there's a lot to kind of there's a lot to know and what to expect when you order something of this price, which is fantastic for a hot tub. But you know, getting it to your home, getting it hooked up, getting it installed, and I'm not going to talk about that today. I've discussed that in several videos. My most recent one, just go ahead to go to the channel and search for Spa Aquaterra, and you'll find it, or Spa Delivery. I forget what I put it under. So there is a lot to know. I go over the power, I go over what to expect from the delivery, what to expect when buying it, just some things that you know, that I wasn't expecting when I pulled the trigger, made the purchase. So let's talk about the hot tub. So again, this is the Aquaterra Adriana, and some folks, some knuckleheads, you know, and there's always going to be idiots out there who, you know, they'll watch a YouTube video and they just become an expert. Now, I'm not saying that I'm an expert. I can only give you guys my 2 cents on my experience and you know, whether I like something, whether I have good or bad luck with it. And so when I give you guys a product endorsement, I share something, I'll let you guys know whether it was a sponsorship deal or not. I give you guys my honest opinion. In this case, this was not a sponsorship, unfortunately. I had to buy this myself, and I've been wanting a spa forever. The problem is with spas, is that I'm hearing things, for one. So the problem is with spas that they're extremely expensive. And I remember going around to like the fair and looking at the setups they have and looking at price tags of minimum $5,500 for a spa. You walk into a big store, a spa store, not a big box store, but like a spa store. I just went and bought chlorine today. Beautiful hot tubs, but man, I mean, it's like buying a car. And so I've always liked to bathe. I've always been more of a bather. And years ago, I have a jet tub in my bathroom. It's not a fancy one, but the pump went out. And the pump on this tub, because of when it was made, is a little bit harder to find. It was a Gemini. So I was able to find it on eBay. I bought the pump, installed it, and it leaked. It had a faulty flange. So for years, and you have to crawl up into the attic, move the car out of the way to get into the attic. And so a lot of that happened around the winter time. So I said, oh, I'll just wait till summer, I'll replace it eventually, which I did end up doing. I'm really glad I have it because I really missed it. But in the meantime, I've always liked to bathe. And anybody of my friends who ever had a hot tub, like my buddy, Ian, anytime he invite me over to come out in a hot tub, I was always so happy because it's so therapeutic. It's just wonderful on the body. I'd rather hot tub than swim any day of the week. So I've always wanted one, and you guys have seen me do my backyard reviews, and it's coming along now. I got things cleaned up this time of year. It's always a lot of work to get the ponds, you know, ready to go and get everything hooked back up. But I love being back here, whether I'm suntan or hopefully going to be doing some barbecuing here pretty soon. You know, I like having, you know, my family over, and I love being back here. But I always found that, like, in the backyard, a lot of times I would just come back here, sit for a little while, drink a beer, and go back in. And so having the hot tub, I spend a lot more time in my backyard. I spend a lot more time at night in my backyard too. I do have my string lights taken down now. I don't want to get too much on a tangent on what I've done back here. I will do a full tour of this at you know, next couple of weeks once I get a couple more things hooked up. I had to take down the string lights. My white birch was dying and diseased, so I had to take that down. If you haven't seen my video where I almost died doing that, check it out. It's pretty funny now after the fact. But let's talk, okay, so let's talk about the hot tub. So one, it was a great addition to my backyard. I've had it since last May. And getting back to the knuckleheads, there's always people out there who are going to say, oh, you know, that's a shitty brand. It's not going to last you 6 months. Well, here we are past a year, and the hot tub still works perfectly. No problems whatsoever. Now, you can have good and bad luck with anything. So when I share my experience with you guys, I hope this hot tub lasts me a lifetime. Will it? I don't know. Will it require maintenance at some point? I'm not sure. This is my first hot tub, so I can't tell you guys whether this is going to last me 20 years, 5 years. What I can tell you is that it's lasted me now since last May, and I've used it pretty much on a daily basis. So one thing that's great about this tub was the price. So I wanted something that was not going to be too big because my backyard's not huge. I built this pergola area, which I need to rebuild, and hopefully this summer, and I put in this patio. So this is an exposed aggregate paver patio with a couple hydropress pavers that I added onto it. I'll show you guys that in a second. And so the surface was pretty darn good here. It's not perfect. There's a slight 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch difference in a few of the pavers. I'd say, yeah, maybe 1/8. But most of it's pretty flat. So what I like about these particular spas is, one, it was carried by Costco. And Costco really only sells brands that they're going to have good luck with. Costco has an amazing return policy. They really stand behind their products. And it's just a great place to buy something like this. Sorry, it's the road. So that made me feel good that this is the brand Costco decides to sell. The other thing I like about it is that the casing on it, or the shell, is kind of like an acrylic. It's like a plastic, which is a faux wood, a fake wood. And so I didn't want anything that was going to rot or have the potential to crack, wear out, need to be stained. So that was great. So this is never going to, you hit it with a pressure washer, you hit it with a little bit of soap, a rag, and it cleans up perfectly. It did come with the steps, which are plastic as well. No worries about them cracking or rotting. And of course the cover. The one thing I would add to this at a later date, which I will, is a hot tub cover lift. It's gonna be a lot easier to remove the hot tub cover if you add that lift. So, and then when I get one, I'll review that as well. But for today, we're just gonna talk about the hot tub. So again, I had it since last May, use it on a daily basis. And this one here is a 4-person. I'm gonna show you that in a second. And it has, I believe, 20 jets, which I'll show you that in a second. Honestly, guys, I really don't have any con to say about this hot tub. I got it for $2,100. $2,000 plus your tax, delivered. I think it was like $2,120, $2,150 delivered curbside. And again, I'm not going to talk about the delivery process. Check out my other video. It's been fantastic. It's something that absolutely makes me sleep better. I love coming back here, and obviously you can see behind me here I have a wall-mounted TV. It's a basic. I forget who makes the TV. Toshiba, maybe. Toshiba, something like that. I think it's like a 39. I have it in a TV Shield outdoor TV box. You can spray it with the hose. It's completely weatherproof. It has a built-in cooling fan, so if it gets a little too hot in there, it'll kick on. I have that TV linked up with a Fire Stick, what else? A Google Chromecast. So whatever I want to cast to it, I can wirelessly. I've added an outdoor access point right next to it. So basically, you turn on music, you throw on Netflix, whatever you really want to watch right in the hot tub. It's awesome. Or music, or a game. If you're having, I'm not really a football fan, obviously, but if you're having some buddies over and they want to watch something, you can throw it on. So it's absolutely fantastic having these two things. And I definitely recommend if you're gonna get a hot tub, get a TV Shield too. Get a TV. It's an awesome addition to be able to be in the hot tub, throw on the fireplace on the TV at night. It's awesome. So pretty cool. So let me go ahead and show you guys what the tub looks like. I'm gonna pop it open here. And see, having a cover lift would be a lot easier than having just drop it on the ground. All right, so let me turn the camera on the start of the show here. So this is it right here. Now, if any of you fools are watching this and you say, oh my God, you have a problem with your water, there's no problem with the water, that's the color of the water, the shell of the tub is kind of like an ivory white, the water looks really blue, the water is clean, the water is tested, and I've had this water in here for about a year. They do recommend you change your water out every 6 months. Again, it depends on use and how meticulous you are with your chemicals. So right now the hot tub is off. We're at 104 degrees, where I like to set it. You have your lounger position right here, which hopefully you can see that on the video. You have 6 jets on your back, 2 massage jets at your traps, and 4 standard jets. You have 2 standard jets on your calves. And then on this other seating position, which I like to sit on when I'm just going to sip on a beer or sip on coffee, brings you up out of the tub. It's the most shallow position. It has 1 massage jet on your back. And the massage jets you can turn on or off. What that'll do is help direct power the other jets. So if I really want to get a little more of a massage on my back, I'll turn off the other jets and then sit in the position where I want to sit. Coming over to this side here, we have an LED light, which I'm not going to turn on. It's an RGB. It'll flash. It'll go RGB, purple, a few other colors on there. Great at night, illuminates the whole thing. At the bottom of the tub, you can see there's 1 intake at the bottom, which needs to be cleaned. And of course, there is 4 foot jets. So this is great when you're sitting in this position over here. This is your deepest position, all the way in the corner there. I'm trying to show you guys this best I can here. And so you have 2 massage jets at your lower back, 1 for the center of your spine, and 2 standard jets on the upper trap portion. And you have another, this is what I call the kind of the mid-level seating position. This one here has 1 massage jet, center of lower back, and then 1 standard jet. There is a handle on the side there, which is kind of a weird addition to the tub because it's a handle, yet it's a waterfall. And I'll turn it on in just a second there. So I'm not really sure. I don't ever use it as a handle as a thing, so it's kind of in a weird position. It's not like you're getting in and out of the tub there. Maybe if you had the stairs over on that side, depending on where you're going to put this in your backyard, maybe that might be a good area to put the stairs. You don't have to put them where I put them. You can put them really anywhere you want. That's about it, guys. That's hot tub in a nutshell. What do we got? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Is that right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I stand corrected. So 19 jets overall. That one underneath the light there is actually your ozonator discharge. The ozonator helps to keep the water smelling good, keeps the water fresh, and helps to keep it clean. Underneath here you have a drink holder, which holds 4 drinks, and then your filter media. And I have there's a skimmer basket right there, and I have a filter sock put over that, which helps to kind of keep some of the smaller stuff. It's like a pre-filter. Helps to keep your standard filter a little cleaner. Although you should replace your filter every 6 months. I've been going on it for a year now. I've been pretty meticulous about cleaning it, spraying with the hose, getting all the grime out of there, and then soaking it. You can do it in vinegar. There's other different things they recommend to help not break down the filter. I tend to use a little bit harsher chemicals on it. I'll put it in a bleach solution, let it sit for 24 hours, then rinse it off, throw it in the dishwasher. They say that doing it like that will break down the filter quicker, but I haven't had any kind of issues. I will replace it. They're about 40 bucks on Amazon. You see the acrylic shell. You do have some locks that comes with a key that I have in the garage. If you want to lock this to prevent children from opening it up, for kind of safety thing there. And that's about it. So let me go ahead and turn it on here. Here's your control panel. Basically you have your light, your on off, and then your temperature control, which I never use the temperature. I always leave it at 104, and then just a display showing a little bit of information there, the temperature. And so to turn it on, just go ahead and press the button. And so it's going to go into low mode. And so because I'm running this hot tub at 110 right now, because it's in low mode, if it was under 104 degrees, which it's not right now, but the heater would kick on to heat the water. When I turn it on high, right now the heater will not kick on. So right now, while it pumps on high, this is how you want to use the hot tub for the maximum therapeutic benefits. To get the maximum jet power, you're not going to be heating the water. So that's the only downside to using it on 110. The nice thing about using 110 is you don't have to have an electrician come in and put in an $1,800 220 line, which if your house has one already, definitely use it. You will have to have a guy come in and convert the hot tub from 110 to 220. Somebody who's experienced converting plug-and-play hot tubs. This one you can do both with. So 110, 220, which is fantastic because this hot tub, if you ever move, you want to take it with you, you don't really have to worry about in my case, I didn't want to pay $1,800 for a 220 line, and where I live, the weather's not too cold, so it's perfect for me. I love it. So if you want to go ahead and turn on the waterfall, it's this knob right here. And you can kind of adjust that to your liking if you don't want it to be too noisy. You have a little bit of runoff there. And of course your aerator. So turn this on full. Now put air into the line and out the jets. And that's generally how I use the tub, just like that. Give you guys a quick little look around here at the backyard. I put all these plants in 2004, and some have become pretty overgrown. Some have done exactly what I want to, and this is unfortunately my beautiful white birch that had to come down. So, and boxwoods around the hot tub. Again, put those boxwoods in before I knew I was going to be getting a hot tub. Word of caution: I had to take several out. Any splash of chlorinated water, which you don't think is much, getting on a plant is not good for the plant. It ended up killing 4 of them. So I probably will relocate. Right now I'm just being careful with the water, make sure you don't splash anything. You want to make sure that whatever you put around the hot tub, hindsight, if I ever build another house, or if I ever build a house or have a different house and want to put in a pad, I'll make sure I have drainage underneath the hot tub pad or whatever material is down there. Just because any of that runoff, you really shouldn't have to come in contact with any of your foliage. Obviously, boxwoods are pretty sensitive And that's not why the tree died, of course. It got infected with beetles, but nonetheless, just something to think about if you're putting this around any kind of vegetation. Just kind of think about that. We have TV shield. The TV, that's just a Google Chromecast on right now. Just showing different images. I think it's pretty badass. I love it. Alright, so let me put you guys back down here for a second. Just kind of close up the video with a few other questions I'd like to try to answer here. Alright, so some of you guys have asked me, let me turn those off here. So some of you guys have asked me, are the jets powerful? Well, I can tell you this is a single pump tub. For the price, it's one of the most affordable tubs you can get out there. It is really the best value tub. Most of the tubs you see in the $2,000 price range are your round ones, which are really just meant for the soaking benefits and soaking and social benefits, I would say. Still nice, but that's generally what you're going to get. A tub like this, you do have some therapeutic benefits. The jets do have some power to them. Again, they're not as powerful as my tub upstairs, but then I'm running a 1 horsepower pump. 1 horsepower, yeah, 1 horsepower pump on 4 jets. Those definitely pump out more water. I find myself turning off the massage jets when I just want to have it massage my back a little better, and put them on, the massage jets on some of those seating positions where I really want a little more power. It's an entry-level hot tub, guys. You're not going to get, if you want to spend $5,000–6,000 to get the tubs with 50 jets, you're going to get dual pump system. You're going to get a lot better performance. But for me, if you're not looking for something to really, like deep tissue your back, I don't think you're gonna have any complaints with this. And for the price, it's just absolutely amazing. $2,000, you really can't go wrong with this tub. Another great thing about it is because the surface is, it's 99% perfect, but those little bit of differences there, I wouldn't want to put a fiberglass tub on anything like that. Fiberglass tubs are very susceptible to cracking. This is like an injection molded plastic. I'm not going to say it's similar to like a pond liner, but there's definitely some ply to it. It definitely has some, like if you go pushing on fiberglass, there's not a lot of play. This does have a little bit of play to it. Very similar to kind of like your standard tub in your house. They're not like most houses don't have cast iron anymore. They have kind of like a plastic. I'm not sure if my tub is fiberglass or whatnot, but fiberglass, if it's not perfect, if you have any kind of stress, it's prone to cracking. So that surface really has to be perfect. Again, I'm not a professional installer, but for me, from my mind, being that there's slight differences in the elevation, not much, but a little 1/16 of an inch, I felt much more comfortable with this because this is very, very tough. This stuff is, not that you're going to be able to bend it really, but even when you like touch the sides and kind of like when you step on it in different areas, you can feel it move a little bit. It's definitely durable, and that's what I like most about this tub, is that it's durable, it's cost effective, it's affordable, and you could run it 220 or 110 depending on your situation. Again, I touched on all this in my other video, what to expect. If you are going to run at 110, it does have to be a dedicated circuit as well. So if you have like an outlet, you're like, I'm gonna put it on my deck, and if you, again, guys, if you're gonna put it on your deck, make sure you have somebody come in and look at your deck to make sure it's not it's strong enough, because this is a lot of weight. This is 250 gallons, roughly 7 pounds a gallon. That's pretty heavy. So I don't think a deck has to be designed to put a hot tub on there. So just keep that in mind as well. Another food for thought. Again, that dedicated circuit, if you have this perfect area in your backyard, and you're like, oh, I have an outlet right there, for instance, and I touched on this in my other video, where I thought about putting it first was over on this other patio here, because that patio is perfect. And I was like, okay, right outside the house, the kitchen, that would be kind of a nice spot for it. And that particular outlet is fed off of all the outlets in the kitchen. So you got your refrigerator, wine cooler, whatever I may plug in, whatever lights are plugged in. So it has to be a dedicated circuit. This wants to have that full amount of juice. It does run, I believe, at 1,000 watts on the heater. So they recommend you not plug this into anything else which is potentially drawing power from that circuit. You don't want to be tripping breakers. 2, you don't want to damage the pump. You don't want to damage the heater or the hot tub itself. So dedicated circuit. So and again, at 110 will be a lot cheaper. Do-it-yourselfer can put that in. I did it myself. Again, I'm not an electrician, but I'm kind of handy with that kind of stuff. So again, overall, it's a win-win. I love the tub, and I think that if you're in the market, a lot of people, it's a big purchase, and whether I end up here forever or I get into a bigger place at some point, I bring this hot tub with me or don't bring it with me. Again, that would depend on, I guess, if I ever sell this place. I probably never will, but this may be something that if I ever did to move on to something larger, maybe the person who buys this place would want the hot tub. Maybe they don't want to have to go through the hassle of getting their own. Maybe they want to negotiate that into the price of the house. So if I ever do, my point is, if I ever do get another place, I'll always have a hot tub, even if I have to throw that onto the loan. I like the idea of this being $2,000. So like I said, guys, it's a fantastic hot tub. It's a fantastic price, fantastic deal. It's durable, and I absolutely love it. So I definitely give it a 2 thumbs up for all you haters that said it wasn't gonna last 6 months, that was crappy and not made well. Screw you. And guys, I will be honest with you too. If a year down the road I have a problem, I'll come back and let you guys know whether I'm still happy with it, whether I'm disappointed or not. I'll always come back and re-review this product. But a year into it, daily use, I love it, guys. So if you're in the market, click the links in the description. It'll take you to where you can pick this up. Sometimes this tub is available on Amazon and eBay. Sometimes you'll get it for the great price at Costco. Just kind of depends on what kind of promotions they're having. So guys, thanks again for watching. If you have any questions whatsoever, drop a comment. I'm always here to help. And if you like the content, subscribe to the channel. You guys have a great day. And as always, take care.